sorry.
On the 22nd of July, 2025, the world lost a rock legend, Ozzy Osbourne, the man who helped shape the face of heavy metal and became an icon of rock and roll, has passed away at the age of 76. The Prince of Darkness, as he was famously known, is no longer with us, leaving behind a legacy that shaped not just a genre of music but a cultural era. As tributes pour in from every corner of the globe, the question that echoes in the hearts of fans and rock enthusiasts alike is, what made Ozzy Osbourne so special? Why does his name continue to reverberate across generations of music lovers, even decades after his first rise to fame? Today, we take a journey through the life of a man who defied all odds, battled personal demons, and emerged as one of the most beloved and respected figures in rock music. His career spanned decades of controversy, triumph, and resilience. But more than anything, Ozzy was a symbol of rebellion, individuality, and the power of music to transcend boundaries. Born in Birmingham, England on the 3rd of December, 1948, John Michael Osbourne was far from the image of the rock god he would one day become. The son of a factory worker and a housewife, Ozzy's early life was far from glamorous. He grew up in a working-class neighborhood, and like many others, his youth was marked by struggles with poverty, bullying, and a sense of hopelessness. Yet, in the midst of all this hardship, Ozzy found solace in music. It was his escape, his way out. It wasn't long before he discovered his love for singing, and soon enough, he was trying to make a name for himself in the tough world of music. At the age of 15, he was already part of a local band called The Rest, which was one of his first steps into the rock scene. But it wasn't until he joined the band Black Sabbath in 1968 that Ozzy's life would change forever. The band, founded by Tony Iommi, Geezer Butler, and Bill Ward, was looking for a lead singer. Ozzy, with his unique voice and rebellious spirit, was the perfect fit. And so, Black Sabbath was born. The formation of Black Sabbath is considered one of the most significant moments in the history of rock music. With their dark, heavy sound and lyrics that dealt with themes of death, evil, and the occult, Black Sabbath didn't just change rock, they revolutionized it. They became the pioneers of a whole new genre, heavy metal. Ozzy's distinctive voice, often described as a combination of haunting shrills and powerful lows, became synonymous with the band's sound. Their self-titled debut album, released in 1970, was just the beginning. It was followed by a string of seminal albums like Paranoid, Master of Reality, and Volume 4, all of which became iconic in the annals of music history. Songs like Iron Man, War Pigs, and Paranoid are not just tracks, they are anthems. Ozzy's raw, uninhibited energy captured the hearts of listeners, and Black Sabbath quickly became one of the most influential bands of their time. Their sound would influence generations of musicians and bands across the globe. However, with fame came the chaos. Ozzy Osbourne's personal life was always as chaotic as his stage persona. His struggles with substance abuse, his difficult relationship with bandmates, and his erratic behavior off stage often made headlines. Despite this, Ozzy's resilience shone through, and he was always able to find a way to continue performing at the highest level. In 1979, after being dismissed from Black Sabbath due to his personal issues, Ozzy set out on his own. His solo career began with Blizzard of Oz in 1980, an album that would cement his status as a solo artist and a major force in rock. The album featured the hit single Crazy Train, which became one of Ozzy's signature songs and a fan favorite. While Black Sabbath defined Ozzy's early career, his solo work allowed him to truly craft his identity as an artist. The next few years saw Ozzy Osbourne release album after album, including Diary of a Madman, 1981, and Bark at the Moon, 1983. His music was still as dark and rebellious as ever, but it also contained elements of melody and introspection that endeared him to a wider audience. Yet, Ozzy's personal life continued to be just as tumultuous. He battled substance abuse, and his wild behavior led to numerous incidents, including his infamous act of biting the head off a bat during a live performance in 1982. This moment became one of the most bizarre and shocking incidents in rock history, but it also became part of Ozzy's legend, cementing his status as the Prince of Darkness. Despite his personal struggles, Ozzy's music never faltered. He continued to release hits and tour relentlessly, winning new fans along the way. His concerts became legendary for their energy and unpredictability. Ozzy's ability to connect with his audience, no matter the circumstances, became a hallmark of his career. In the early 2000s, Ozzy's career took an unexpected turn when he and his family became the stars of the reality television show The Osbournes. The show, which aired on MTV from 2002 to 2005, offered a glimpse into Ozzy's home life with his wife Sharon and their children. The show's success took the Osbourne family from rock royalty to pop culture icons. For the first time, audiences saw a different side of Ozzy: the loving father, the eccentric husband, the man behind the chaotic, larger-than-life persona. The show was a hit, and it introduced Ozzy to a whole new generation of fans who may not have been familiar with his musical career. But even as his fame from the Osbournes grew, Ozzy continued to release music, collaborate with other artists, and tour the world. He was a cultural icon in every sense of the word, a man who had transcended rock and roll to become a symbol of resilience and individuality. As Ozzy entered his 62nd and 72nd, he faced health challenges, including his ongoing battle with Parkinson's disease. In 2022, he revealed he had been diagnosed with the disease, a revelation that shocked fans but also further solidified his legendary status. Despite his diagnosis, Ozzy continued to tour, perform, and record music, never letting his illness define him. In 2025, just a few weeks before his death, Ozzy gave one final performance at a charity concert titled Back to the Beginning, which featured an all-star lineup of rock icons. He performed seated due to his health, but still gave his all, delivering a powerful set that showcased his incredible longevity as a performer. It was a fitting end to a career that had been defined by his tenacity and love for music. Ozzy Osbourne passed away on the 22nd of July, 2025, but his legacy will never die. He leaves behind a body of work that continues to inspire new generations of musicians and fans alike. From his days with Black Sabbath to his solo career and his role as a television personality, Ozzy Osbourne was more than just a rock star. He was a force of nature. His death has sparked an outpouring of tributes from fans and fellow musicians, all of whom remember him as a true original. Tony Iommi, his former bandmate in Black Sabbath, called Ozzy a brother and described the bond they shared as one of the most important in his life. Fans have flooded social media with messages of grief, love, and remembrance. As the world mourns the loss of the Prince of Darkness, we remember the man who changed the face of rock music forever. Ozzy Osbourne wasn't just a musician. He was a trailblazer, a fighter, and a survivor who lived life on his own terms. His death marks the end of an era, but his legacy will continue to inspire and influence music for decades to come. From the moment he first picked up a microphone to his last performance in 2025, Ozzy Osbourne was a man of contradictions, dark yet funny, chaotic yet compassionate, and always authentic. His career was anything but ordinary, filled with highs and lows, battles with demons, and countless moments of triumph. As we bid farewell to the Prince of Darkness, we remember the legend he became and the incredible impact he had on the world of music. Ozzy Osbourne's life was a testament to the power of resilience, the creativity of rock and roll, and the deep connection between an artist and their fans. Ozzy may have left this world, but his music, his energy, and his spirit will live on forever.